So today I'm going to finally start sewing the shorts to my Furina cosplay. Now, before we start, I just want to say that I'm not going to be working on the gold details of the shorts in this video, nor is this video going to be a step-by-step tutorial on how to sew a pair of shorts. Now, the reason why I'm not going to be working on the gold details is because I want to get more of this cosplay done before working on the details, as I much rather have a fully sewn cosplay that's missing some of the details than having part of the cosplay done but with full detail. As for the reason why this isn't going to be a step-by-step tutorial is because not only is there a bunch of sewing tutorials on YouTube, but also because I'm using someone else's pattern that I got off of Etsy, which comes with instructions. So that's why. There's also going to be a link to that shorts pattern in the description below. So with all that being said, let's get into this. Now, it's been a moment since I released my first cosplay video talking about how I'm planning out this cosplay, and in all honesty, I was planning on starting this cosplay basically either a week or two after posting that video. As I started working on my Venti cosplay around that time last year, and though I was a little crunched for time at the end, I still was able to get mostly everything done in time. And because of that, I knew that starting this cosplay in the summer would give me enough time to work on it. However, that didn't happen. Between other sewing projects, vacation, working on my Etsy store, and getting new Halloween products up, things have been a little bit busy. So now with basically 3 months at the time of recording this video, I'm now rushing to get everything done in time, and even now, I don't know if I will or not. So that's fun. But hey, at least I work well under pressure, so that's an added bonus. As I mentioned in my planning video, I normally start working on the easiest part of the cosplay first, as not only is it easier for me to jump into something when it feels more straightforward, or if I know what I need to do, hence the reason why I started with the shorts, as other than the undershirt, the shorts are the only easy part of this cosplay. Just a little spoiler warning for where I'm currently at with this project, I am starting to plan out the coats, and oh boy, it's more crazier than I thought that it was. You'll just have to wait for that video to come out. Now, before going straight into cutting up my good fabric, I did create a mock-up out of some bed sheets that were lying around my house. I did this because this is actually the first time that I'm sewing a pair of shorts, or even pants, as up to this point, I've only made skirts. Well, at least in terms of creating bottoms. I wanted to make sure that the pattern that I'm using is going to fit me, as well as if there's any adjustments that I wanted to make. And oh boy, was there some things that I needed to adjust. Well, kind of. Basically, all I really needed to adjust was the size, as I needed to add about 2 to 3 inches on either side of the shorts, because the pattern that I'm using doesn't actually go up to my size. The other changes that I wanted to make was the waistband. In the instructions, they wanted you to do a double fold hem at the top of the shorts, and that would be your waistband. When I made my mock-up, I did do the waistband like that. However, I didn't really like it. Now, this might have been because I didn't fully close up the waistband, but it just felt like it was twisting and curling in on itself. So instead, I'm creating the waistband by cutting out a strip of fabric and then sewing that onto the short. This is how I do all of my waistbands on my skirt, so not only do I know that it will work, but I also know that I will like it. As for the fabric I'm using broadcloth, which is a cotton blend. I mostly sew using this fabric, as you basically get all the benefits of cotton, with it just being half the price, which is amazing. However, the one downside, well, kind of, is that it's a bit see-through, but so is cotton. So either way, I'm always lining my sewing projects, but with it being a bit more see-through, it's not as heavy as 2 layers of cotton, which is nice, especially when going to cons. Every cosplay I make, I always want to make sure to get breathable fabric, that way then I don't overheat. At this point, I basically had a functioning pair of shorts. I tried the shorts on as I wanted to make sure that everything was going to fit and that everything was good before I ended up sewing the 2 layers together. But this is where I ran into a little bit of a problem, as though the shorts now fit over my hips, I made the grave error of not realizing that both short legs combined, they're going to be the same width as my hips. So now the pant legs are too big, especially when looking at Furina's shorts, they're pretty fitted. So in hindsight, I should have cut the shorts on a diagonal instead of straight down, basically meaning that the shorts are the biggest at my hip and then they get smaller as they go down my leg. Now, not going to lie, at this point I was feeling a bit lazy and I didn't want to have to seam rip both pair of shorts just to fix the issue and then have to re-sew everything together. I've technically sewn this short 4 different times: the mock-up, the actual shorts, and the lining. I don't really want to sew these shorts another 2 separate times. So instead, I just sewed down the shorts on an angle. Now, I didn't go all willy-nilly with this. I did take my time to measure out and draw a line down the short to make sure that everything was even, not only on both sides of the shorts, but also on both pairs. Is this the proper way of doing things? Should I have seen ripped apart everything and cut the extra seam allowance? Yes, but at the end of the day, I'm doing all of this for fun and I'm not competing in this. Plus, everything is going to be enclosed within the lining, so no one's going to know, other than you. But no one at the con will know. Now, with all that being done, all I need to do is attach the waistband and hem the shorts. However, at this point, my camera was about to die and I just wanted to continue sewing, so I didn't film that part. But with that, the shorts are done, kind of. I still need to add the black garter belt thing, as well as the other details, but once again, I'll end up doing that later once I get more of this cosplay done. Now it's time to go figure out the vest, which is going to be a little bit fun as it is going to be my first time self-drafting something. So we'll see how that goes. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out, and if you don't want to miss out on my adventures of self-drafting and sewing up the vest, then don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll be notified when that video comes out. But until next time, see ya!